Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. I've been MIA for a few weeks now, just kind of putting little things together here and there, but I'm finally making a video, and today we are going to introduce the Corvette fully, get you guys some details on the car, what it is, everything about it. Alright, so you guys will notice I do have the Corsa exhaust on now. It is a catback, so it still does have the secondary cats, which I plan on deleting soon, but let's get you guys a proper cold start. Alright guys, so we're out in the vet. I just want to say sorry for the whole MIA thing. You know, life just kind of happened. Work started getting really busy. It just kind of fell apart and I wasn't able to make the videos that I wanted to make. So we're back. You know, spring's here now, so the weather's starting to turn around, and you know, the car community starting to pop out again, so we should be back in full swing here. Oh my god, the car sounds so good. I don't think the camera will pick it up as great, but tires aren't quite warm yet. One thing I would like to talk about is that, you know, as you probably could hear, once I get into fourth gear, it actually, the AFM system actually kicks on, and for those who are unfamiliar, basically it turns the car into a 4-cylinder mode, and I think that's just really for gas management, to try to make it a little bit more fuel economy purposes, at least, you know what I'm talking about. So that's the only thing I don't like, and it makes the car really quiet, almost turns silent. So obviously we're definitely going to fix that, and I'm sure a lot of you are also wondering, and if you followed my channel for a little bit now, you know I had an Audi RS5 that I bought brand new from the dealer back in October, and have since sold the car and purchased this instead. And I mentioned that you know, it wasn't as practical as a daily driver. You know, there was faults with the RS5 in my opinion that nobody else really seemed to agree with, but you know, is what it is. It's my opinion. This is no different. This is not any more practical than the RS5 was. However, with the lack of mods that I was able to do on that car, and since purchasing a F-150, my father's company, that I'm able to do my work in, you know, now I can actually, you know, I could have bought what I wanted, which I did, and you know, use that as my work vehicle, compared to this is now another play toy of mine. So for right now, we're just going to take a little drive. I'm just going to talk about the car and stuff like that. When we get to the spot that I'm thinking of, we'll do a little walk around and kind of just show you what I have done so far and what came on the car, and just introduce it. Watch, ready? How silent it gets. It's crazy. Not a fan. So one thing I really love about this car is just the sheer feeling that it gives you driving this car. Like, you really feel like you're really a badass MF. Not gonna swear because I'm starting to get to that point about the whole demonetization thing. But it just makes you feel like you're really king shit, and I don't know, I love that feeling. I've never totally had that feeling before, but the amount of attention this thing gives you, you know, people love it. The amount of people that come up to me and talk to me, and you know, I love meeting new people, especially the ones that are into the cars and stuff, and ask questions and share that same passion as I do. So it's a really awesome feeling that this car gives you. The looks are insane. How fast it is crazy. You know, they make about 650 horsepower, 650 horsepower, along with 650 foot-pounds of torque. So it's pretty nasty, and especially how light the car weighs. It only weighs 3,500 pounds compared to your average sports car, which usually I would say ranges from about 4,000 to 4,500 with your heavier Dodge models. So it's super nimble. The handling is great on it. It really, this thing is an absolute beast of a car. It is my first Corvette, which I've always wanted a Corvette. It was always my dream car from the start. Obviously, in a realistic standpoint, I would love to own a Lamborghini someday, which will happen. I will make that happen. But yeah, this is an amazing car. When we get out a little bit into a little bit more stretch, I'm going to do a couple pulls for you guys so you can kind of see where we're at. I have dragged the car before with that little GPS, and it does do a 60 to 130 in around 7 seconds area, which is about 2.5 seconds faster than my full bolt-on Camaro SS was making, which is crazy just to think that this car is only stock still, realistically, which obviously will change in the future, but for now we're enjoying the car how it is. Alright, so I'll do a little pull. It's probably gonna spin a little bit, so don't expect too much, but we'll start around 50 and just kind of gun it. So yes, as you saw, it's incredibly fast. It's such a thrill, and you can really hear, at least on the inside of the car, you can hear the supercharger whine. I wish it was a little bit more, because once you really start to get up there with the exhaust, how loud it is, you can't really hear a whole lot. But yeah, it's a thrill to drive. We're gonna get out into the city a little bit, and I'll do a little walk around with the car and show you that. Alright guys, so this is a 2018 Corvette ZO6. So that is the supercharged model for the C7. It is just a fantastic car. I freaking love this thing. I'm glad I got it in black. It looks so menacing, and it's going to look so good with my all black Camaro. So as you guys know, I did do the aftermarket lights, tail lights by Vette Lights. And it really kind of just changed the characteristics of the car, kind of gave it a little bit more of a modern look. Previous owner did install these. These are stock on the regular Corvette, however these are actually lights. Most of them are just reflectors, so that is a change. I do have the quad tip Corsa in black exhaust, cat back, so secondary cats are still there, so it's still on the mild side for how loud it is. I went and picked up a set of OEM black rims. The rears are 20 by 12 on a 335 25/20 Michelin Sport Cup 2 tire. Front is same tire, down to a 19-inch rim. I believe it's 19 by 10, and they are 285/30 19s. Everything else I want to say is stock on the car. Oh wait, just the tint, I did 5% on the sides, 35 on the windshield, along with I did upgrade this to the stage 3 wicker bill, so it kind of raises these pieces up, along with actually getting this adjustable piece here. Other than that, this car is stock, I want to say. I think maybe the person before me put these kind of like a clear instead of the red and amber lights in the front. I know I did put these this piece on in gloss black instead of the primer plasticky look. It was garbage. Otherwise, the vehicle is totally stock how I bought it. I think it does have a cold air intake, but I didn't put that on or anything. Everything else is bone stock. I had some bad luck with Extreme Online Store and getting a splitter. The first one they shipped me came broken. They were generous enough to not let me send that one back, but they just sent me another one. I put the new one on, and it instantly broke pretty much. They're super thin from them. The plastic is super just cheap. It's really garbage in my opinion. I have reached out to try to get something resolved, but I haven't heard anything. So unfortunately, no front splitter yet. I don't know that it totally needs one, but it would be nice to give it just that front end official look and kind of finish off the aero. However, that just hasn't happened yet. Other than that, I did lower it. Just the stock bolts you can kind of shoot up, and they raised the car, and it did a really good job. It really gave it the best look I think it can get without doing any more modifications or anything like that. The front doesn't scrape. The splitter didn't scrape when I had it on there. So it's super awesome, super low to the ground, and gives it really an insane look. Other than that, it is the LT4 supercharged 6.2 liter V8 motor. It's a beast of an engine. It really has all that raw torque and all that raw power. With very little modifications, I know you can get these up to 750 to 800 horsepower, which I don't know that I'm going to do. It is a little bit more of a get-around car. It's still practical for me to get around and do my thing. I do want to do headers. I would like to port the blower from Kong and possibly do an E85 flex fuel kit at some point. Let me know if you guys know anything in regards to anything else that makes this thing look any more aggressive. I know they make some fins that can go on the rear diffuser there. I just didn't know if that was totally what I wanted to do. I mean, it does give it a way more aggressive look. Just didn't know if what you guys thought. So love to hear your opinion on anything else that you guys can come up with to do this thing. Even power or whatever, a cam would be nice. Just a little bit pricey. These things seem to be pretty expensive to work on in general. I saw, my current shop that has my Camaro, they want like, I think 19 grand in parts to make this thing, 850 to 900 horsepower, which is a little high to me. So we'll see what we can do in terms of maybe they'll hook us up with something. But for now, this is how it's going to pretty much stay until probably summer when I do headers. I would love to do headers, obviously. It would really wake this thing up insanely. But yeah, this is my 2018 Corvette ZO6. All right, so that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I'm sure it was pretty short, but sweet and to the point. Got you guys finally being able to introduce this car. Super excited. We have lots of plans this summer. Little update, the Camaro is coming back very, very soon, possibly next week. So by the time you're seeing this, it's very possible that I could have it in my possession. And, I'm super, super excited. That thing's going to be an absolute animal. Also, I forgot to mention, this car is coming with me to go and pick up the Camaro, and they are going to dyno tune it, so we're going to be able to see exactly how much power this thing makes in stock form besides the cold air intake. The main reason for the tune is I want to get rid of the AFM system that switches between 4-cylinder and 8-cylinder mode, and they are able to do that. So thanks again for tuning in. Stick with me. We're working, and we're going to get you guys the best content that I can. Lots of meets, lots of racing, lots of everything coming. Just stick with me and you won't be disappointed. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.